What's up fellow pilots, Dr. McKay here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a review of the game Star Wars Squadrons and going over certain points on what makes the game good and also point out the negative aspects of the game as well. This review will contain spoilers for the campaign, so if you haven't done it yet, go finish it and then come back. You've been warned. So if you like my content and want to see more, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers and beyond, so thank you very much for subscribing. I'm also doing a channel giveaway for Star Wars Squadrons when I reach 500 subscribers, but more about that at the end of the video. Right now, let's review Star Wars Squadrons, starting with the campaign story. So for me, a good Star Wars game needs a good engaging story that expands and opens up the universe of Star Wars. With Squadrons, the campaign starts just after the destruction of Alderaan and puts you straight into the shoes of an Imperial pilot. Now the prologue mission was unexpected for me in the sense that I wasn't expecting the commander of Titan Squadron to turn traitor straight away and join the rebels. But I am glad it wasn't us, Battlefront 2. And then later on in the story, you then fight him. But going back to the prologue, halfway through the mission, you then switch sides to the rebels and experience the battle from their perspective, which was a really good move. And you can continue to switch between the New Republic and the Empire as the story progresses. And so as for the story, I thought the missions were epic in size and objectives, and I had a few favourites like the Battle of Mon Cala. But the big disappointment was the lack of the Starhawk's power. Now I know it did damage the Overseer, but apart from that it kinda doesn't do anything else apart from sit there and become nothing but a target. But it's still an epic story showing the development of the Starhawk. My other point about the campaign is that the NPCs, now yes, it is great to be able to interact with them, but with the characters' dialogue, it wasn't that great. It was basically them just rambling about themselves for a few minutes at a time, and I eventually just skipped the dialogue altogether in wanting to jump straight back into the action. But yes, for the campaign, there are 14 great missions with a great story and overall my favourite part of the game as a Star Wars fan. So the campaign for me was an 8 out of 10. The lack of being able to walk around the ships and the NPC's dialogue being a little stale lowered the score, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the story was epic. So for my next point, I'm going to talk about the gameplay. The gameplay for this game is arguably its best feature. The flying may take some time and skill to get used to, but the more you play, the easier it becomes. The game may not be for everyone and is definitely aimed for a specific group of gamers, which may impact on the multiplayer modes, but the mechanics of the game are great. You're stuck in a first person and a lot of people complain about it, but come on, you can't say that it doesn't feel awesome when you're flying fast through the debris fields or asteroids, pulling off tight turns and avoiding the enemy, and you say to yourself, how did I not hit anything while doing that? So the developers have done an amazing job on that, and on each of the cockpits as well, each feeling unique, even the Imperial side. The game really does make skill a requirement, and it feels very rewarding to become better. And I highly recommend playing the campaign first to learn to fly. Also, the amount of ship customizations, loadouts and cosmetics really makes each ship feel unique. I feel that the gameplay is breathtaking, visually stunning and action-packed, just like what you would expect in a Star Wars space battle. I really don't have anything bad to say about the game at this time. For me, that has played other Star Wars games or flight games like X-Wings vs TIE Fighter, Rogue Squadron and even Jedi Starfighter and Starfighter, this game is the best one out of the lot, and I scored the gameplay a 10 out of 10 for the fact that I can't find any fault with it at this time. The game also can be played in virtual reality and with a HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick, which just adds depth and awesomeness to the already immersive experience. But I can't score it on it because I have not played it with either of the VR or the HOTAS. So we'll have to wait for now. So the next topic of course is going to be the multiplayer. Now for most of you, the multiplayer is where it's at. and with it being full crossplay over Xbox, PC and PlayStation, there are plenty of players to compete against. The only downside is that there's only 3 modes that incorporate multiplayer. These are dogfights, which are 5v5, where each team has to get more kills than the other team, which is fun and good for building your dogfighting skill up. The next is AI fleet battles, where you can solo or team up with 4 other players to take down an AI team in fleet battles. And lastly, which in my opinion is the best mode, it is ranked fleet battles, where you face a team of 5 real players in a game of fleet battles, which drastically changes the outcome of the battle, making it more fun and, if I do say so, harder. These modes are incredibly fun and I enjoy playing it over and over, but teamwork is key and I recommend playing with a squad or at least using mic for communication in the game's own chat. The amazing thing about fleet battles is the way each of the capital ships, frigates and corvettes all feel like they're part of the battle. They take damage, deal damage and move on the battlefield, making it feel more immersive, and it's the best feature in my opinion. I score the multiplayer side of Squadrons an 8 out of 10. As well, the only thing that is a letdown is the limited number of maps, and it basically has only 2 modes, and as it stands there's no plans for future content. So this brings me to my last point. Replayability, and is it worth the cost? Now, for a lot of people, the limited multiplayer and the no additional DLC has put a lot of people off this game. But for fans of Star Wars, this game does deliver, and just the campaign alone, in my opinion, is worth the price. And with also having a solid multiplayer game mode, even limiting does give hours of fun and enjoyment worthy of the cost. So yes, for the fans of Star Wars space combat, there's hours upon hours of fun to be had in this game, and I think if this game does well, EA or Disney will make plans for another title of the same genre of Star Wars games and make it a $60 or £60 title with live service. But for now, as a fan, I'm happy that we got a game we never asked for and they made it for us fans, as fans. So thank you developers and EA for bringing us Star Wars Squadrons. So to end up my review of Star Wars Squadrons, is the game good? Yes, more so for the Star Wars fan. Is multiplayer good? Yes, both game modes are great and have hours of fun and is very rewarding, but is limited in game modes and maps. Does the game have a long lifespan? Well, yes and no. For dedicated fans, yes. For the casual gamers, not so much, and the lack of DLC won't bring new and old players back every month. The gameplay is great, story is great, it's a great game for what it is. My overall score as a fan of Star Wars is 9 out of 10, because it is just an awesome game. But for the casual gamer, maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. This game has so much potential and can have loads of stuff added, like new fighters. You know, just like the TIE Defender or the B-Wing, they could fit nicely into the game and just be an awesome addition. Yeah, new maps, new modes, the list goes on and on. So let's pray if this game does well, the future may see another title of Squadrons, which will be a live service. With so much more content, it will keep us Star Wars fans happy for years to come. So with that said, if you agree or disagree with my review, please comment your thoughts, and if you like the video, please do me a solid of hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm giving away a free code of Star Wars Squadrons on Xbox upon reaching 500 subscribers. So to be in for a chance to win, you need to subscribe, and when I reach 500 subscribers, a name will be picked at random, one of my subscribers will be picked at random, and then I'll message them to then give them the code. So that's how it would work. Yeah, so I've been Dr. McKay, and this has been my Star Wars Squadrons review. Thank you for watching, fly safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, cheers.